We've all been there, sweating through exams, the weight of our future seemingly resting on a single score. But have you ever stopped to wonder why schools, examination boards, and curriculum designers cling to a system that often feels archaic in our rapidly evolving world? Now, strong influence on assessment design comes from higher education. Universities seeking baseline prerequisites for entry exert significant pressure on standards. While examination boards typically set the tests, universities publish admissions criteria that dictate the required level of learning. In some cases, a standard high school certification might not even be enough for. This sends a clear signal to curriculum boards about the exacting standards that universities demand. Whereas state universities often accept state-level high school certification, for example, automatic entrance into Switzerland with the Matura or in France with the French baccalaureate, selective and private universities frequently demand more. This might involve specific high scores or even separate placement tests. In our globalized world where students increasingly aim to study abroad, certification becomes even more critical and complex. Now, this vertical articulation of qualifications isn't surprising. It's a ladder of increasingly rigorous requirements, theoretically ensuring students are prepared for the next rung. The end of high school assessment is the final hurdle before university, and this progression continues through bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees, even extending into professional licensure for fields like piloting, law, and medicine. Here, the qualifications are crucial, theoretically guaranteeing competence, quality, and even public safety. Now, the weight of university degrees in the job market means that university entry is taken incredibly seriously. This makes the narrow, high-stakes assessment at the end of high school arguably the most critical test of all, as it opens the door to eventual employment. Statistics bear this out. High school dropouts consistently earn less than high school graduates. For instance, in the US in 2022, individuals with only a high school diploma earned a median weekly salary of $853 compared to $1,432 for those with a bachelor's degree. Some employers even require the end of high school certificate as a baseline. Now, a pragmatic concern influencing university admissions is demographics. Universities must absorb the demand for places. In many continental European universities, undergraduate programs become overpopulated, leading to high attrition rates to cull student populations for honors and master's programs. Meanwhile, selective private universities simply accept fewer students. Studies show, for instance, that Ivy League colleges haven't significantly expanded their student bodies for decades despite exponential demand. Despite national curriculum boards often setting university entrance exams, many universities worldwide create their own selection processes. Competitive programs might impose additional requirements or specify courses applicants should take in high school. All of this only amplifies the pressure and risk associated with end of high school summative assessment. It's no wonder that assessment lower down the school is less frequent. The stakes aren't as political. A 2023 OECD study on student assessment found that fewer than half of the 39 participating countries had national or central examinations at primary and lower secondary levels, but 34 had at least one at the upper secondary level. At this point, it's worth asking if examination scores are good predictors of college success. A University of Chicago consortium on school research in 2020, examining 55,000 Chicago public school students, found that high school GPAs were 5 times stronger than ACT scores at predicting college graduation. Similar studies done in California 15 years earlier showed that grade averages were better predictors than examinations and placement tests. A 2014 European Parliament study revealed a startling finding: high school tests, as opposed to grade averages, were the least reliable predictors of university success. Breaking free from this cycle requires courage and collaboration. As individuals, we can advocate for broader assessment models, support initiatives that incorporate more coursework, project-based learning, and portfolios over single high-stakes exams. Support test-optional movements. Encourage universities to consider a more holistic view of applicants, valuing extracurricular achievements, personal statements, and sustained academic performance over a single test score. North American universities, for example, often look for involvement in the arts, sports, leadership, advocacy, and community service. This sends a powerful signal that true education encompasses much more than a narrow test performance, aligning with a forward-looking, holistic appreciation of student learning. The current system, while providing a framework for qualifications, often stifles genuine learning and creates immense unnecessary pressure. By understanding its roots in global competition and higher education demands, we can begin to advocate for change. It's time to build a system that truly prepares young people for the complexities of life, not just for a single test. To read more on the problem of university admissions and assessment, go to Chapter 6 of my open access book, Changing Assessment.